So we're going to go to this website, and this now is a nice version without Flash, so it works on your iPad great. And we're going to go into the 3 tutorials at that website before we play the game so you can know what to do during the game. So clicking on the game itself brings you to this website. And here are the tutorials 1, 2, and 3. So I'll click into it real quick. What is a blood type? And you can see the information there. These are the 8 blood types. And just like in the video that we just watched, it tells you what kind of antigens and antibodies you have, and it even gives you a look at it like if you were looking at it at the cellular level here. So if you take a blood draw out of someone to blood type them, you're going to mix it with the antibodies, and if there's clumping, then you know that that is the blood type that you have. Remember that from the Murder at Oldfields? So we're revisiting that. How do you determine a patient's blood type? You're going to draw their blood out and then put that into a vial that contains the A antibodies and the B antibodies and the Rh positive antibody. So if this blood coming in here, if it has B antigens, it's going to clump together. So you see that? This blood type would be B negative because there is no reaction in here. So wherever you get clumping, that is your blood type, because now you're showing that the B antibody is in this test tube. The only way it would clump is if this blood had B antigens. So I'm going to just show you one more thing here. How do you perform a safe blood transfusion? You see on your worksheet that you have to fill in these missing blanks. Remember that chart that had all these rows and columns and you're trying to figure out? That's really confusing. But this will stick with you. How can you tell the compatibility of blood? It's these 4 squares with blood types in it. O goes at the top and AB goes down at the bottom. And it doesn't matter if A and B are on the left or right. So all arrows go downward. So this tells you that O can give blood to any other blood type. So they are the universal donor. AB can receive blood from any other blood group. So they're the universal receiver. So A right here, someone that has A blood, who can they get blood from? They can get blood. You can always get blood from another person that has your same blood type. So an A person can receive blood from another A person, or what else? Somebody say it. A can receive blood from another person with A, or who else? O. AB has arrows coming from A and B and O. So a B blood person can receive blood from another A person, another B person, another AB person, or an O person. Someone that is O, there's no arrow going to it, so he can only receive blood from another O. It turns out that O blood type is the most common. About half the population has that. So you need to have this in front of you. If you can't memorize it, I think you probably have it memorized already. O goes at the top. AB is larger, it's heavier, right? It's got 2 letters, and so it falls down to the bottom. And it doesn't matter if A or B are on the left or right. And all arrows go down. Then you also have to work out compatibility. So make sure in your worksheet that you're filling in minus on the left and plus on the right. So if you are Rh negative, can you receive blood from an Rh positive person? No, the arrow says you cannot. If you are an Rh positive, you can receive blood from another Rh positive person or a minus person. So how are you going to remember that? Plus means that they can do more than minus. So if you have a B negative person, they can receive blood from a B negative or an O negative, and that's it. If someone is A positive, they can receive blood from another A positive or O positive or O negative or A negative. So you got to keep track of that too. So when you play the game, you are going to have to play it several times with patients until you save 3 lives. So number 4, play the game and save 3 patient lives. If you harm someone because you gave them the wrong blood, they're going to scream. So keep the volume down. And then I don't think it counts that as a saved life. You can continue to go through it. So there's a bunch of blood bags down here, and you would drag it up and put it onto the rack. It's an IV that's attached to their arm. And it says that you have to have 3 bags. And so you have to pick it. If it doesn't show, there's a button that says generate more bags. So that's not your only number of blood bags that you can choose from. And then you're going to just keep going to a patient. There's no scorecard, but when you get to the patient lying on the table, it tells you how many lives you've saved. Then do a screenshot of that and then turn it in down below. You can put it right there. Any questions about that? All right, we're going to go to the library's rotunda now, and you can bring your things with you. We don't have to come back to the classroom. So that's it.